The day I lost my job was the day everything started to unravel. I had been working at a small marketing firm in Chicago for nearly 2 years. My name is Jessica Turner, and for a while, I thought my life was headed in the right direction. But when the company announced sudden layoffs, I was one of the unfortunate ones. The economy was rough, and finding another job in the middle of a downturn wasn't easy. My apartment was modest, a tiny place on the third floor of an aging building owned by Mr. Collins, a man in his late 50s with graying hair and a quiet presence. I'd met him only a few times, always polite but distant. Rent was due on the first of every month, and for the first 2 months after losing my job, I managed to scrape together enough to pay, mostly by cutting back on everything. But by the third month, my savings had run dry. Bills piled up, and every time the rent deadline neared, my stomach twisted in knots. I dreaded the thought of calling Mr. Collins to explain why I couldn't pay. One chilly autumn evening, as the orange streetlights flickered outside my window, I dialed his number. The phone rang twice before he answered with a calm, "Hello, Jessica." I swallowed hard and said, "Mr. Collins, I want to be upfront. I won't be able to pay rent this month. I've been looking for work, but nothing's come through yet." There was silence on the other end. Then he replied, "I appreciate your honesty. Come by my office tomorrow afternoon. Let's talk." I wasn't sure what to expect, but the next day I found myself standing in front of a worn door with a small brass nameplate that read, "E. Collins, Property Management." He opened it before I knocked. His office was cramped, cluttered with papers and old photographs. He motioned for me to sit. After a pause, he said, "Jessica, I don't want to kick you out, but I can't keep letting the rent slide either. I have a proposition." I nodded, tense. "I'm listening." He leaned back, his eyes steady. "My niece, Emily, has gone missing. The police aren't involved yet, but I need someone discreet to help me find out what's going on. Someone who knows the neighborhood. Someone trustworthy." I blinked. "You want me to investigate?" He nodded slowly. "If you help me find her or discover what happened, I'll waive your rent arrears." It's a strange request, I know, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Desperate was exactly how I felt. I agreed. The next few days were unlike anything I'd experienced before. I walked Emily's usual routes, talked to people who had seen her, and slowly pieced together a puzzle that seemed darker than I expected. Emily was last seen at a local coffee shop, a quiet place where I had gone sometimes myself. I spoke to the barista, a young man named Daniel, who remembered Emily coming in alone, looking anxious. She didn't say much, Daniel told me, but she seemed scared, like someone was following her. I thanked him and left with more questions than answers. As I continued investigating, I found out Emily had been involved with some dangerous people, a secret relationship with a man named Rick, who had a reputation in the neighborhood for trouble. One evening, I followed a lead to a rundown warehouse near the river. My heart raced as I approached, unsure if I should turn back. But I couldn't stop now. Inside, I found a hidden message scrawled on a wall, a phone number and a plea for help. I called the number. A woman answered, whispering about Emily being trapped, but still alive. That call changed everything. With this new lead, I contacted Mr. Collins, who then decided it was time to bring the police in. Emily was eventually found, scared but unharmed, hidden away in a safe house. The ordeal brought Mr. Collins and me closer. He kept his promise, wiping my rent debt clean, and I found a new job thanks to a friend I made during the search. What started as a terrifying situation turned into a turning point for my life, proving sometimes help comes from the most unexpected places.